It's April. It's officially draft month and a lot of crazy things going on. So, Breiden, thank you very much for taking some time and catching us up on everything that you've got going on. So, what's going on with Breiden Fehoko right now?
Just trying to stay clean, trying to stay sanitized at all times. It's crazy because you got to put your health and sanitation first now before anything else, and that's before football, that's before workout activities, that's before anything I do. But most importantly, I mean, I've just been working out, staying in shape, staying active. No pro day, no workouts, and so I got to find a way to keep busy because when everything calms down and they do find a medicine for the coronavirus and everything kind of flattens out the curve, I think NFL teams are not going to be real lenient about if guys are in shape or not. So the biggest thing is just trying to stay ready. So when things do, calm down and everybody gets running again, I'll be ready to go.
So you started out training in Dallas. And so what was your schedule like up there while everything was still kind of on a normal schedule? What were some of the things you were focusing on or working on more than others?
So basically our schedules were just Monday through Saturday, worked out 6 days a week. Monday was a big bench day for us. We worked out heavy, real heavy day, and then we did a lot of fundamental stuff with defensive line work. That was kind of our Monday. I'd wake up around 7 o'clock, get breakfast, and then head up to the facility. We'd do our defensive line work. That'll go from about 9 to 11:30, 12-ish. Then I'd have rehab from 12 to 1, where I do ankle mobility stuff, shoulder mobility, stretching, get in the cryo tanks, get in the Normatec recovery boots, and then 3 o'clock, 2:30, we'd start our workout. That would last about 5. So that was my Monday, really from about 7 to 5. And then Tuesday we had early morning sprints. This was to work on 40-yard dash, pro agility work, L drill, all the things we're going to do combine-wise, pro day-wise, testing. We always did Tuesday mornings. After that would run from about 8 to 11:30-ish, and then I'd do the same thing. I'd rehab, PT, do all that stuff. Then 2:30, we'd do like our leg workout, our squats, work on our legs, power cleans. Wednesday's a yoga day. Wednesday's active recovery. Yeah, yoga was tough. That would go, we'd have an early morning session sometimes at 7, and then on Saturdays we'd also do yoga. So Monday was very similar to Thursday. Tuesday was very similar to Friday, and Wednesday and Saturday were the same. Saturday was afternoon yoga sessions at 2 o'clock. We always did that in the sun, and then that was kind of my week, Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday was a rest day, and then back at it again.
Now you get back to Baton Rouge, now that everything's shut down and you're here. So how have you had to get creative with your workouts now with things shut down, being in a different spot and not having, everything that you're used to?
Really just not being able to – so a big thing I was looking forward to was, working with Coach Moffitt, coming back to LSU. LSU has top-of-the-line facilities, and so that was one thing I was looking forward to. But now that that's closed, everybody's kind of just self-quarantining. I've kind of just built myself a little at-home patio workout. I have enough to get me by. I have a few med balls. I have a kettlebell, a couple dumbbells, a bench, a weighted vest. So enough to keep me in shape. And then, I'll run stairs. I live on the second floor of an apartment complex. And so my neighbors are pretty upset, but they won't say anything when they hear me running outside because they know it's me making all that noise, huffing and puffing. But I'm pretty much just a stay-at-home gym. It's not big, not fancy, but it gets the job done for now.
Well, I'm sure Coach Moffitt will enjoy hearing that you've been able to adapt so well.
Yeah, for sure. I sent him a picture about it like a week ago, and he was like, "That's killer," quote unquote.
I can imagine. So, like most guys around the country, and you alluded to this already, but Pro Day was going to be a big day for you to be able to showcase your skills and everything. So now a lot of these NFL teams are going to be relying heavily on film. And you've got 4 years with your time at Texas Tech and at LSU. So what have you showed during your games in college that sums up the type of player you are for these NFL teams?
Great question. I think the biggest thing that what I can show off of film is when a team gets Breiden Fehoko, the football player, they're going to get a guy that has played in a lot of different schemes, played for a lot of different coaches. And so along with that, playing for different schemes and different coaches, you're taught different techniques. I played in a 3-4 defense. I played in a 4-3 defense, dime, nickel, odd, you name it, I played in it. And I think a lot of players nowadays kind of say that I've played in different things for themselves. But when I speak for myself and I say I played in different defenses, there's different techniques that go into playing in different defenses. You know, Coach Aranda in his 3-4 defense wanted his defensive ends to play a certain way. At Texas Tech, when we played a 4-3 defense, the defensive ends there were played a certain way. And so going into the NFL, I feel like that adds value to myself because not just playing in different schemes, but I know how it looks to where maybe 16 teams in the NFL are 3-4 defense and 16 teams in the NFL are 4-3 defense. You know, it makes me open to all 32 teams looking at me rather than just 16, you know, oh, he's a 3-4 guy, he's a 4-3 guy. You know, I'm open to playing both, and I can do good things at playing both.
So then on the flip side, what's something that you can't show on film that you want NFL teams to know about Breiden Fehoko?
I think just being an enjoyable person, having a good personality. You can ask all the guys about me. I'm a fun guy to be around. I'm a jokester. I'm a clown in the locker room. But more than anything, I'm a guy that you want in your organization because I'm a guy that's going to bring positivity, bring light. Whether a team starts off 0-4, 4-0, you're going to get the same Breiden Fehoko every day. You're going to get a guy that's positive. You're going to get a guy that's never too high, never too low, that's always going to be the same. A guy that's going to motivate others around him, whether a Hall of Famer starting in front of me or whether I'm the rookie that's starting in front 11. And I think that's what you need in an organization is I think people get too mixed up in the fact that it's a business and that sometimes you can be a leader within your organization, although you're getting paid millions. You can be a guy that is a vocal, you know, a guy that says, hey, you know what, let's pick this up. Hey, we can keep going. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's keep it rolling. I think teams need that. I think teams nowadays need guys, younger guys that are more vocal and more active about the way they lead and carry themselves.
You also bring a pretty fun family to the mix. You know, lots going on there too, to whatever team you go to.
For sure. No doubt about that. They'll not only get me, but my father as well.
So you transferred from Texas Tech to LSU because you wanted to play on a bigger stage, you know, to get ready for moments just like you're about to go through. And you become a national champion while you're doing that at the same time. So as somebody who's used to working as much as you do, now you're quarantined, you're not being able to do as much. What is that hunger like for you right now to get back on the field in front of NFL teams and just get back to work?
It's huge because not having pro day, not being able to go to the combine, it's big because, you know, this time last year we're doing spring ball, you know, so in college you get to put on the pads twice a year. You get to put it on in the spring and in the fall. It's different now going into the NFL and training because you only get to put on the pads once. You get to put them on for mini camp and then, you know, it's the season. So I'm looking forward to, honestly, being able to get back out there and just play football again. It's honestly like redshirting, to be honest, now because, you know, you got to wait a whole year. And then, you know, once you get back with the team, you don't know where things are going to land. You don't know if you're going to go all the way on the East Coast, the West Coast, but you're ready to play football. So I'm just staying ready. I'm honestly just ready to be on an NFL team, be around other stars, be around other, you know, rookies, go through the things that other rookies had to do, rookie duties, carrying the vets pads, doing all that stuff, throwing the laundry in. I'm looking forward to that stuff.
As you go through all of these practices and getting ready for the draft and be able to showcase your talents, how much do you see that competing in practices at LSU and under strength and conditioning coach Tommy Moffitt has really brought you to being able to take this next step into the league?
I think it's huge because, you know, players in other conferences, other schools, I know personally when I was doing, you know, draft day training, it's different. The training and the hands-on we get at LSU with Coach Moffitt and his staff there is second to none. I mean, you get top of the line weights, rehab, and not just with Coach Moffitt, but with Jack Marucci and the training staff. You get people that'll take care of your body day in and day out. You get dry needling. You can go get cryotherapy if needed, hot tub, cold tub. And then you have, you know, a top-of-the-line kitchen that you've seen that you don't have to literally go anywhere. And if you're tired, you can go to your locker room and take a nap in your pod. That's the best part about it is you're not getting – some guys that when they leave LSU, you get with the agent and he has to pay for training that may cost you $15,000 to $20,000. Whereas LSU, I was able to get this stuff for free. That's my biggest takeaway about it is you're getting top of the line training, top of the line treatment, and you get a 5-star meal while you're there.
And it's your whole entire career. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see you back around the facility just like all the other former players.
Oh, for sure. I mean, for sure. I'm going to be bugging the heck out of Coach Moffitt and for years to come. I already told him every summer, you can see me running 110s with the guys, and I'll be bugging him, doing all this stuff with him too. So he's happy about it.
Okay, so what are your plans for draft day?
So new to this technology stuff, I'm going to be doing a big Zoom conference with my family. Pretty much, just because the travel bans and stuff, especially coming into Louisiana, I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, every Sunday we've had, family home meetings and just checking in with Zoom. Last night was our first time. So I got to see my brothers, got to see my family, my nieces, see how everybody's doing. So this is kind of new. Everybody's actually enjoying it. But for draft day, I mean, cook up some food here and just enjoy time with my family on Zoom.
That's good. Okay. And I know it's hard to think about this in advance, but I know this is a moment that you've been thinking about for your entire life, ever since you started playing football. So what do you think the emotions are going to be when you get the call, you get the team, and you're going to the next level?
It's a dream come true. Whether a guy gets drafted high, drafted low, or undrafted at all, to get an opportunity to play in the NFL, not many players have that opportunity. I think it's like 1.8% of high school football players get to go on and play in the NFL. And so it's such a dream come true to me, and it means so much more because where I come from in Hawaii, the city, the town I come from, the last guy to play in the NFL was my older brother. That was in 2010, 2011. And so I take that stuff to heart. I want to do something more for not just myself, but for the people I represent. Playing in the NFL, not just is a dream come true for me, but there's the island of Hawaii. We come from a small island. People look up to me, little kids. I get messages, DMs all the time about young high school kids coming up, hey, Breiden, what can I do? What can I do to get myself out there? What can I do to play at LSU? What can I do to get bigger, faster, stronger? When I get that call, I'm not just accomplishing that dream for myself, but for all those little kids, all those, people that came through my footsteps that didn't get to do it. I'm accomplishing it for them as well.
So once a Tiger, always a Tiger, and you will be an LSU Tiger for life. But what will you miss most about playing for the purple and gold and being on the team?
The practices, the grind. It's weird now that I look at it because then it's like, oh, I don't want to do a competition Tuesday practice. Mm-hmm. I miss it now. I miss the trash talk. I miss the locker room conversations. I miss the fights during practice. The jokes going on in the hot tub and the cold tub after practice. I miss eating with the guys in the cafeteria, being in the training room with Garrett and John Battle going at it before practice, or Kayla Vaughn always trying to joke around about something with Jack and Jack chiming in. And that's the stuff you miss most, more than playing on game day in front of 100,000 fans. You miss the relationships you build. And I think it really is more of an emotional thing than it is a mental thing, because you actually connect with these guys you're with for years. So they're like brothers. You become brothers because you shared moments together where you're not going to experience with other people out in the work field. I've been with these guys where we've actually blood, sweat, and cried on that field. During fall camp, it's been tough. And only a few have shared that moment with me, and that's what makes it so special.
So thinking of all of those guys, what would be a message from you to the rest of the LSU Tigers going into this draft, since there are so many, and this will be one of the biggest, if not the biggest draft for LSU ever? What's your good luck message or message to them as they're doing the same thing that you are, getting ready for their future?
I just hope everybody's staying safe. It's so exciting to watch everybody's journey throughout this process, from the first guy all the way to, I don't know how much guys we have draft eligible, 19 guys, just keeping up with each of them, seeing what they're doing. just know that I'm praying for them. I'm praying everybody's staying safe through these times. And I'm looking forward to seeing where everybody lands come April 25th. And it's going to be weird to see these guys in different uniforms in a couple months from now, but that's the bond that you share, and hopefully some more jersey swaps in the future.
Well, thank you so much. I know we are all excited to see where you end up and what happens next for Breiden Fehoko. So we will still be in touch. This is not your last LSU interview. I can guarantee you that.
For sure, for sure. I'm going to need some field passes in the fall.
I think we know some people. Thank you, Breiden.
No problem. Thank you for having me.